Over the past 294 days, it has carried not only my message to you, but also the shared hopes and dreams of each nation and territory through which it has passed. Her Majesty the Queen has asked me to read her message. As a centre for innovation, a world leader in women's empowerment, a growing hub for the green economy, and a commitment to a united future. As leaders, you consider how to define and strengthen our own commitment to common purpose.
Royal enthusiasts are abuzz after a major moment took place in central London, leaving King Charles clearly emotional and prompting speculation about the monarchy's global future. The scene was the Commonwealth Day Service, a symbolic event that welcomed diplomats, dignitaries, and government delegates, all gathered in unity, where His Majesty appeared to hint at the close of a chapter. Sources suggest that Charles, while facing ongoing health issues, may have subtly used the occasion to say goodbye to his position as head of the Commonwealth while spotlighting Catherine, Princess of Wales, as the new guiding star ready to take the lead. What really occurred behind those historic doors, and why did it touch so many so deeply? Stay tuned for the full breakdown. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the ever-changing royal landscape. There's something undeniably moving about watching a monarch contemplate a lifetime of dedication, especially when vulnerability is in plain view. King Charles has always cherished the Commonwealth, viewing it as more than just a coalition of countries, but as a family joined by mutual history and dreams. During the 2025 Commonwealth Day observance at Westminster Abbey, attended by major figures from the 56-member countries, Charles gave a speech that called for strength in unpredictable times. But beneath the message, commentators sensed a feeling of closure, as if he were readying for transition. It wasn't simply a public address, it felt like a personal moment of recognition, with Catherine standing boldly at his side. Her presence sent a powerful signal about what lies ahead. Inside Westminster Abbey that brisk 2025 morning, the atmosphere was heavy with expectation. Commonwealth Day, an annual tradition meant to honor connections between nations, took on an entirely new meaning this year, though it wasn't the full biennial Cham Summit. This London event brought in high-level attendees, prime ministers, ambassadors, turning it into an informal gathering to discuss the group's trajectory. Charles, who took over as head of the Commonwealth after Queen Elizabeth II's passing in 2022, appeared at the center of the event with a video message promoting unity and ecological balance. Still, what truly touched hearts was his in-person presence alongside the royals, where unspoken cues told a deeper story. Palace sources noted how Charles entered with deliberate steps, his expression reflecting both satisfaction and subdued fatigue. The service, centered on themes of peace and perseverance, featured cultural performances representing the diversity of the Commonwealth, from African drum circles to choir groups from the Pacific Islands. Amid this celebration, Charles's words rang with an emotional undertone. He praised the institution's potential to uplift, but his lingering gaze toward the younger royals suggested he was imagining a passing of the torch. Catherine, elegant in a custom navy outfit, stood out not only for her style but also for her ability to connect, greeting guests, exchanging kind words, and showing off her diplomatic finesse. What made the event especially powerful was the contrast to the prior year. In 2024, both Charles and Catherine had to skip the occasion due to health reasons, a noticeable absence that was felt across the Commonwealth. Their 2025 return marked a high point, yet it also fueled speculation about change. One Caribbean diplomat who attended remarked that Charles's words resembled a farewell, full of admiration for the younger generation stepping up. It was as if the king was gently bringing one phase to a close, while spotlighting Catherine as the future. To fully grasp the emotional weight of this potential goodbye, it helps to look at Charles's lifelong bond with the Commonwealth. From his years as Prince of Wales, he backed causes like climate action and youth leadership missions that closely aligned with the Commonwealth's goals. When he became head in 2022, he pledged to uphold his mother's vision, traveling to places like Samoa and Estisoya to strengthen alliances. His 2024 remarks at the CHOGM meeting in Samoa, where he addressed colonial era, a monarch willing to face difficult truths while keeping an eye on the future. Still, his personal journey hasn't been without obstacles. After receiving a cancer diagnosis in early 2024, Charles has juggled treatments with official responsibilities, but those close to the family say the experience has triggered deeper thought about his duties. In this year's Commonwealth Day message, he talked about the urgent need to restore planetary balance and echo of his passion for the environment. Insiders claim this wasn't just public messaging, it was Charles subtly acknowledging that his time in an active leadership role may be nearing its end, allowing him to concentrate on health and legacy efforts. These aren't just political gestures, they carry deep emotional weight. Think back to his October 2024 trip to Samoa, where he launched the King's Commonwealth Fellowship Program to help young leaders from small island nations. Surrounded by eager students, Charles was said to have looked on with ... WELLED, with emotion, a rare, intimate glimpse at the man beneath the crown. It's this vulnerable side that makes his potential departure all the more moving, as though he's handing over his legacy to those prepared to carry it forward. No farewell tale is complete without the hardships that paved the way. King Charles's cancer diagnosis sent ripples across the royal household and the wider Commonwealth. Revealed in February 2024, it led to a pause in royal duties, with Queen Camilla and Prince William stepping into more visible roles. By 2025, though in remission, the ordeal left a lasting impact on Charles's outlook. Palace insiders report quiet discussions in which he shared his intent to refine his responsibilities, ensuring the monarchy stays meaningful in a fast-evolving world. His health journey mirrored Catherine's, who was diagnosed with cancer during the same period. Their joint strength became a source of public inspiration, and both made a strong return during the 2025 Commonwealth service. Those close to the royals recall a poignant family moment just before the ceremony, Charles resting a hand on Catherine's shoulder, murmuring supportive words. The simple act spoke louder than speeches, signaling his confidence in her ability. As one royal aide described, the king views Catherine as the embodiment of compassionate leadership the Commonwealth needs. These trials have humanized the monarchy, reflecting the experiences of families everywhere facing illness. Charles's choice to possibly step aside from his role as Commonwealth leader isn't about frailty, but about foresight. Understanding that new energy can revitalize the institution, he stood that day in London with quiet strength, ready to open the door for a new chapter. Enter Catherine, Princess of Wales, whose journey has captured hearts around the world. Long respected for her poise and service, she has grown into a potential force in global diplomacy. Her advocacy in areas like child development and mental wellness has struck a chord across the Commonwealth, where education and health are pressing concerns. At the 2025 gathering, Catherine wasn't just present, she was involved. She greeted dignitaries, participated in conversations around youth empowerment, and made a visible impact. Experts on royal affairs point to her subtle yet effective diplomacy as crucial to her evolving role. Whether it's convening forums on gender equality or championing sustainability, Catherine has curated a public mission that matches the Commonwealth's priorities. Behind palace walls, it's said Charles has privately guided her, passing on knowledge from decades of service. One such memory emerged from a family retreat, where he reportedly told her, "The Commonwealth survives on empathy. You represent that so well." Her development has become clear in recent public moments. The once reserved royal has become a confident leader. Whether at Wimbledon or formal dinners, Catherine's presence commands respect. But her most powerful work often happens away from cameras, like backing the Earthshot Prize alongside Prince William. She's become a bridge between tradition and progress, fully capable of taking on greater duties if needed. The highlight of the London event was Charles's subtle but meaningful endorsement of Catherine's future role. While no formal announcement was made, his praise for young leadership was widely seen as a signal. From her prominent seat, Catherine exchanged quiet looks with William, her face reflecting humility and a quiet sense of purpose. Observers picked up on how Charles's tone softened when speaking about family roles, a gentle affirmation that didn't go unnoticed. It felt natural, unrehearsed. One African delegate later remarked on the clear shift in mood, interpreting it as Charles's way of ensuring a seamless handover. The king's health challenges have accelerated these discussions, with word of behind-the-scenes plans for William and Catherine to take on more Commonwealth duties. Inside that historic abbey, surrounded by symbols of legacy and togetherness, Charles delivered a message that spanned generations, silently acknowledging that Catherine's time is arriving. Attendees later described the post-service reception, where she moved gracefully from one conversation to the next. Engaging with leaders on issues like sustainable growth, Charles watched quietly from across the room, his expression mixing admiration and a sense of peace. It was a heartfelt gesture, a symbolic moment that both honored his legacy and embraced the future. At the core of this evolving chapter is the strength of royal unity, a bond built on decades of shared challenges, victories, and intimate expressions of support. Charles's bond with Catherine has grown over time, transitioning from a cordial relationship to one marked by trust, mentorship, and mutual admiration. Their shared journey through cancer, both diagnosed in early 2024, brought about a powerful sense of solidarity. Friends of the family recall ... shared heartfelt phone calls and visits, with Charles offering insight shaped by his own health journey, while Catherine's unwavering optimism lifted his spirits, turning their struggles into a cornerstone of royal resilience. Prince William, ever the steadfast son and devoted partner, plays a central role in this unfolding chapter, championing a more modern royal image where Catherine's natural talents for diplomacy and compassion are front and center. His protective instincts are evident both behind closed doors and in the public eye, reflected in their unified approach to shielding their family from outside scrutiny. Recent accounts reveal how William and Catherine have handled internal strains, particularly those linked to Prince Harry, by maintaining a consistent front, keeping a cautious eye on discreet talks between Harry and Charles's aides, while keeping their own circle grounded and focused. This strategy reinforces William's dedication to long-term royal stability, ensuring the future of the institution rests on loyal, dependable pillars. The wider family adds important depth to this support system, enabling smooth transitions during moments of change. Princess Anne, known for her direct wisdom shaped by years of duty, has played a crucial role helping Charles make difficult health choices and providing William with seasoned advice on leadership. Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, share a particularly close connection with William and Catherine, offering both practical help at major events and emotional encouragement. Those close to the royals describe them as the steady constants, often joining key family discussions related to Commonwealth affairs. Even Queen Camilla, recently appointed Vice Admiral of the United Kingdom's Royal Navy, and Trimutzer Kram. Humorous presence, bridging age gaps during public appearances that showcase strong unity. The younger royals bring a refreshing energy into this landscape. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis look up to their mother's example, learning the values of service and kindness from a young age. Royal insiders share warm images of family dinners at Windsor or Anmar Hall, where conversations often revolve around Commonwealth issues, with Charles encouraging even the youngest to speak their minds. These moments, like the much-anticipated summer retreat at Balmoral in August 2025, build a shared spirit that reframes transitions not as losses, but as signs of renewal. The family's recent joys, including welcoming new members, possibly even pets, as hinted by charming family photos, underscore a focus on happiness and connection. Amidst royal obligations, Catherine's devotion as a mother further deepens her public appeal. She skillfully balances her prominent role in royal life with the everyday responsibilities of raising George, Charlotte, and Louis. Much like Queen Elizabeth once did, she demonstrates strength through consistency, teaching, empathy, and duty. Through action, while drawing emotional strength from her children in return, William's visible affection, captured in quiet moments during the Commonwealth service, a hand on her back, a knowing glance, reveals the strength of their partnership. Together, they face international challenges with a unified approach that inspires their extended family and reassures royal observers that their bond is the cornerstone of the monarchy's enduring relevance. As King Charles looks ahead, it's this firm family foundation that offers him reassurance, the confidence that the Commonwealth torch rests in capable, devoted hands. So what could this mean for the organization's future? Charles's possible decision to step back from the limelight may pave the way for a bold and inclusive new chapter, one where voices like Catherine's bring renewed vision to urgent matters like climate change, gender justice, and equitable development. Since becoming head of the Commonwealth in 2022, Charles has focused on cohesion and strength, but recent health challenges have given rise to more introspective leadership. Sources suggest that this evolution may create space for a rejuvenated commitment to the group's founding ideals. Member countries, especially those grappling with growing calls for republicanism, may find renewed purpose in Catherine's approachable and compassionate demeanor, which has already made a meaningful impact through her public work. Take Jamaica, for example. With the 2025 referendum on becoming a republic gaining traction, her presence could serve as a bridge to a more relatable monarchy, one that honors national identity while maintaining positive ties. The same could be true in Australia, where discussions about the king's role as head of state continue to stir debate. Catherine's gentle diplomacy may help ease tensions and foster more meaningful partnerships. Reports from within royal circles suggest she might lead future delegations, possibly at upcoming summits, offering a glimpse of a reimagined Commonwealth energized by youth advocacy and digital progress. Programs like the King's Commonwealth Fellowship, introduced in Samoa, offer a foundation for such advancements. Yet the road ahead will not be without complications. Long-standing wounds from colonial history and widening economic divides still test the Commonwealth's cohesion. Charles's emotional remarks at the 2024 CHOGM in Samoa, where he candidly acknowledged the darker chapters of shared history, established a tone of transparency and reflection. It's a tone that future leaders hope will spark meaningful conversations around repair and reconciliation. Outlets like The Guardian note that nations in Africa and the Caribbean advocating for slavery reparations are seeking actions beyond mere symbolism, and it's Catherine's a generation that may be best suited to meet these demands with sincerity, shaped by her own journey of service and resilience. Her return to public duties at the 2025 Commonwealth Day service in London, her first appearance there in 2 years, following her cancer diagnosis, marked a powerful moment of transition. Wearing a bold red outfit by Catherine Walker, she greeted international guests with warmth and grace, embodying a message of renewal and continuity. The London event served as more than just ceremony. Behind the scenes, it spurred important conversations about the future of Commonwealth leadership, conversations that could fundamentally reshape the headship into a more inclusive and cooperative role. moving away from rigid structures of the past. On a broader scale, this shift illustrates the monarchy's ability to adapt, maintaining relevance in a complex, multipolar world where global partnerships are ever-changing and pressing issues, like the climate crisis, require unified solutions. For the 15 nations where King Charles remains head of state, including New Zealand and Canada, Catherine's growing role brings a promising mix of royal tradition and modern sensibilities. Her rise could strengthen these relationships, especially among younger generations who value innovation, sustainability, and empathy in their leaders. Insiders suggest that her emphasis on mental well-being and early childhood development aligns seamlessly with the Commonwealth's goals, particularly in supporting smaller, vulnerable island nations battling sea level rise, a topic central to discussions in Samoa. That as the Commonwealth approaches pivotal decisions like choosing a new secretary general and tackling pressing 2025 challenges. This moment feels like the start of something more visionary. Catherine's growing presence could inspire a fresh wave of commitment from the 56 member nations, encouraging collaboration rooted in compassion. As memories of the London service settle into history, King Charles's subtle farewell remains etched in the minds of those who witnessed it, a symbolic handover grounded in wisdom and grace. By gently spotlighting Catherine's emergence at such a defining occasion, Charles wasn't diminishing his own monumental legacy, but rather elevating the collective potential of the institution he's led with foresight. From heartfelt addresses focused on climate recovery and historical reflection to the strategic care taken during uncertain times, Charles has embodied a new kind of leadership, one that blends vulnerability with vision. This moment captured that spirit, a passing of the torch that honors past achievements while embracing future growth. What lies ahead for the monarchy and its next generation of figures? Without question, more global engagements await, some likely led by Catherine herself, championing causes that extend her family's legacy of youth development and environmental stewardship. Imagine her hosting roundtables on equitable growth, or spearheading initiatives tied to mental health and education. Across Commonwealth nations, her hands-on experience in these fields positions her perfectly to forge deeper, people-centered connections across continents. For royal followers worldwide, this chapter has been deeply stirring. Whether it's Charles's strength after his health battles or Catherine's dignified resurgence as a modern figure of hope, the narrative reminds us that the monarchy isn't frozen in time, it's evolving. Sources close to the family say Charles's own health challenges have only deepened his dedication to nurturing the next wave of royal leadership. During personal family gatherings, he's reportedly shared thoughtful guidance focused on empathy, unity, and global awareness. Catherine, whose diplomatic talents are increasingly evident at major events like Wimbledon and the Chelsea Flower Show, appears ready to breathe new life into Commonwealth affairs, focusing on gender equity, climate justice, and reconciliation in a way that resonates with diverse communities. This could usher in a more responsive chapter for the Commonwealth, one that tackles difficult legacies, including reparatory justice, not with denial, but with compassion and courage. Yet beyond the institutional shifts, it's the quiet, personal moments that truly move us, the pride in Charles's gaze as Catherine connects with foreign leaders, or the candid family exchanges that bring heart to royal life. Looking ahead, the Commonwealth stands on the threshold of renewal by individuals who place empathy on equal footing with tradition. What part of this royal journey resonated most with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for exclusive updates as the royals step into their next chapter. Coming up next, another captivating story of palace intrigue that you won't want to miss.